Hello everyone and welcome back to Scrolls, where today we are on the test server. We'll be doing fun things, more on that later. First off, apologies about there being no videos recently. I have been neglecting my duties as a YouTuber doing Scrolls videos. I've been doing work and things like that. And trying to mend my microphone. I've got a new one and it's still that weird stuttery problem. So I've hooked up my old webcam microphone now, which seems to be working. At least I hope it's working, otherwise I'm just saying these for no reason and you won't hear any of that. But yeah, we'll be going with that until I manage to fix the problem. I think I need some sort of USB adapter and go that route instead, because my motherboard has got the sound card welded to it or something. I don't know these things. You do, because you're probably better at knowing computer things than me. Anyway, today there was a discussion in IRC, at least I think it was today, about deck building and how there wasn't a guide out there, a written guide at least, on how to be a good deck builder and how to build decks and how you get ideas and stuff. I did a guide to deck building video about 2 years ago, way back in Alpha. It was that long ago. We were building Gravelock decks. So I think it's time to update that, and using the new test server patch will be a good way of doing that, I think. And I say new test server patch, it was actually about 20 days ago. So yeah, I've had plenty of time to test things out, but pretend that I haven't. Good, right, so test server patch. Introduced 20 new scrolls. I think it was 20, yes, it was 20. 5 in each faction. So when building a new deck, new ideas, I get an idea in my head about what I want to be doing. Do I want to be aggro? Do I want to be control? Do I want to be late game? Do I want to be mid-range? Do I want to be a burn deck? Do I want to be tempo? Do I want to be other things? It's either that, or I look at a scroll and think, I want to build my deck around that because that's freaking awesome. And with test server patches, that's pretty much the direction you want to be going in, because it lets you test things out, and then later on you can go, I want to build a mid-range energy deck. I know these cards are now good, we'll build it there. But yeah, when I first saw the test server patch, there were 2 scrolls which stood out to me. It was this one and this one. Somata Sift costs 4 growth, and it lets you summon a random creature scroll from your library on target tile. Its health is set to 2. This is the first deck that I built. This is the first card I built a deck around when the patch came out. I had things like Noadian there, Kinfet Veteran, Sister of a Fox. No, there was no Sister of a Fox, I lied. I think it's just Noadian, Kinfet Veteran as my only creatures. So Somata Sif would get one of each time. Noadian would give me 3 resources to spend, and Veteran would hasten straight away. That was a fun idea. Didn't really work out, but sod it. The card we're building around today is Graveghoul. I have been doing a lot of work with this card. I think it is amazing. At least it has the potential to be. So that's what we're building a deck around today. And maybe in the next few videos as well, probably. Just to see how it evolves. Or revolves if I decide to turn it 180 degrees. Why did I even say that? Anyway, Graveghoul. We're going to be breaking this today. That's the aim. We've got our plan then. Graveghoul. We're going to be building a deck around it. What does Graveghoul say? It costs 2 energy, it lets you add 3 growth, and it lets you add 2 decay to your current resources. So, for 2 energy, we get 5 resources. This seems like a good plan. Ramping is powerful. It allows us to play our bigger threats early. Now, this is temporary resources. So we've got to try and build around that to allow us to get our bigger things out. Now there's a lot of temporary resource mechanics at the moment. There's now replenish, which is now a thing. On things like plating, lets you gain 2 wild. Blood boil, no AD, things. That's a very useful mechanic. Also memorials, one of them, Sandpack Memorial, gives temporary resources. Just a few ideas. Anyway, Graveghoul. The main plan when you see it is, because it's got grave in it, immediately makes you think, Gravelocks! I can build a Gravelock deck now, because in set 6, Gravelocks are a thing. Gravelock. So yeah, Gravelock Guard, Gravelock Elder, type Gravelock's probably better. Lockling Brood is a new thing. Maybe strong actually. Yeah, so Gravelock gives us 3 growth. That means we could play Gravehawk, because that's Gravelock themed. It gives us 2 decay, which means we could play Infected Gravelock. That costs 2 decay. So if you wanted to build a Gravelock deck, we could go down that route. But we'll see what other options are available to us. So we're going to investigate what we can get for 3 growth. So we go C:3. Remove. This lets us see all the things that cost 3. Now we're not restricted to growth scores that cost 3. We can go for growth scores that cost 2 or less. But a 3 is usually the best way to go, because we want to take full advantage of our free resources. So what are the best scrolls for growth that cost 3? 3 scrolls immediately stand out to me. They are Earthborn Mystic, No AD, and Sandpack Memorial. Earthborn Mystic lets me draw enchantments. It buffs up an enchanted unit. In any growth deck, Earthborn Mystic has been a must-have for a while. Ever since it came out, it is amazing. Whether we can get it to fit in the deck is another question, but it's a very good creature. No AD, 3 cost 2/2/2 with Replenish, so it gives us 3 wild. This ability no longer exists, so I don't know why it's still on the text, but ignore that. And it does a little runny thing. So we could potentially abuse that, get some more resources, if we so desire. And Sandpack Memorial, when it comes into play, increase your current energy by 5. Now, this kind of gives me the idea of, if I can go Gravegrawl turn 2 into Sandpack Memorial on the same turn. Turn 2 I could get something that costs 5 energy out, like Gravelock Elder or Ironclad Reaver. This seems like a very good idea. Turn 2 5 drop. Must sound good, right? Must be good. Surely that is a powerful thing we can be doing. So maybe that should be the theme of my deck. Maybe it should be free ramp. If I go down that idea, No AD would help. Sandpack Memorial would help. So that might be the plan. But let's look at what Decay offers us first. So Decay, things that stand out from just previous Decay knowledge is Tethered Recruit, gives us free order. We don't want order, so that's irrelevant. Return to Nature gives us growth. We are ramping in growth here. Temporary, but still gaining growth, so maybe Return to Nature is a good idea. Law Darkling, it's been fantastic in Mono Decay decks. Languid, free resources. I could combine that with Earthborn Mystic to draw them. That might be a good idea. Infected Gravelock, if I wanted to go down the Gravelock route. Energy Siphon gives us 3 energy turn 2. If we go Gravegrawl into Energy Siphon, that's not a bad plan. So they're the sort of things that we're looking at. Ooh. So, I've got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. That is all my modern knowledge of music there for you. Gravegrawl, 3 growth, 2 decay. The plan is now we're going to be ramping into energy. We're going to be using Gravegrawl's resources here to be giving us temporary resources from other resources to give us more energy, and we're going to slam down a big fat creature. That is the plan. As has been discussed elsewhere, you can go turn 2 Thea. You can go Gravegrawl into Sandpack Memorial, Energy Siphon, that is 8 energy. Or you can go Sandpack Memorial, Power Trip, that's also a plan. No AD would help. No AD, Energy Siphon, Power Trip, just things like that. We're going to be playing big fat creatures. So Gravegrawl is going to allow us to do that. So we need to add in stuff which will help. Energy Siphon, as we discussed, free energy, that's good. In growth, Sandpack Memorial will allow us to do that. So that is our 8 energy package right there. We might be adding No AD or Earthborn Mystic maybe later, but for now, that's the plan. So what can we do in energy that involves big things? Top Reaver Thea, 7/2/6 for 8, which is unique, ranged attack, piercing, and pillage. Your current energy increased by 2 at the beginning of your next turn. That sounds like a good idea. Do we want to play this turn 2? Yes, I do. I want to play this on turn 2. So that is in. How many do we want? Do you want 2 or 3? It is unique, but I think we're going to go with 3 for now, just to give us maximum probability of drawing one. Now, if we don't get Thea, what else can be good? 7 resources, we get Iron Ogre. Iron Ogre now has 8 attack. That might be a good idea. That's probably worth testing out. So right away, we have 6 cards, 6 of the biggest creatures in the game we can get out turn 2. Sounds like a good plan. Backup plan. We might not get 2 combinations. We might only get, say, Sandpack Memorial, which gives us 5 energy. What can we do for 5 energy? Elder and Ironclad Reaver. Do we go Gravelocks or do we go non-Gravelocks? It's a dilemma. If we go Gravelocks, we can use our other Gravelocks and they'll get buffed. But then again, Ironclad Reaver is a stronger creature in itself. And it's more difficult to kill. I don't think there's a wrong choice here. I think we're going to go with Ironclad Reaver. Reason being is that we're going to be using up a lot of cards to get these creatures out turn 2. Which means we're going to want them to survive, if we can, for as long as possible. So Ironclad Reaver protects itself, which is going to be useful. So that's the plan there. I just noticed the machine chant looks quite weird, doesn't it? Yeah, so we've got our big fat creatures here. Top Reaver Thea, Iron Ogre, Ironclad Reaver. Wow. That's 18 scrolls. Is there anything else we can be doing in this deck to help our way along? Being energy, probably need removal. But I think we'll leave that till later. What else can we be doing in energy that's fun? Do we need more scrolls to help us ramp up? I think we probably do. Let's see what other options there are. As I mentioned earlier, Replenish is an ability which will help us do things. If we don't get Grave Ghoul, we want to go to Sandpack Memorial without sacking. So let's see what is... no, I don't want to do that one. I want to do description. So what has Replenish in energy? Just plating. So plating will help us if we go, say, plating on a Dust Runner turn 2. No, that wouldn't make sense. Turn 3. No, we'll get Hide Smuggler, plating turn 3, sack for growth. That'll mean on 1 growth, 2 wild, we can play Sandpack Memorial, so we can get going that way. Or we can just go plating Energy Siphon. Buffs us a little bit, gives us 1 more resource. So that's an idea. I think plating is a good plan. It'll help us go to Sandpack Memorial, Energy Siphon without having to sack for resources other than energy. Good plan. How are we going to be able to draw plating more often to allow us to execute this? There is a scroll and growth which will help us. Called Earthborn Mystic. So we can be pinging Earthborn Mystic, drawing plating, and then doing fun things. So 3 growth, ping, get plating, play it for free. We protect our creatures. We're buffing them up slightly, and yeah, we can then use plating for other resources, which is good. So the deck is coming together nicely. We've got a nice theme going on with buff stuff. We've only got 12 creatures and they're quite expensive, so we're probably going to want some cheaper stuff. So let's see what cheap creatures there are in energy. Oh, hang on. Power Trip. Forgot about that. This increases our current energy by 6. If our current energy is then 11 or more, we draw a scroll. Power Trip gives us temporary ramp. That's what we want in this deck. We want to go Sandpack Memorial, Power Trip, Thea. There you go. Turn 2, Thea. It helps us in that plan. How many scrolls are giving us temporary resources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's almost, what, 15/50th? That's 3/10 of a deck, 30%. That's quite a lot. I could have done that much easier. Maths degrees, well done to them. So yeah, what was I doing? Creatures, that's what we want. Type creatures. So we want some early drops, and there's one energy creature which is fantastic. Hired Smuggler. It lets us draw a structure scroll. Do we have any structures in this deck? Oh, we've got Sandpack Memorial. So Hired Smuggler will let us draw Sandpack Memorial. And Earthborn Mystic will allow us to draw plating. So we can go, say we've got Hired Smuggler and Mystic on the board, and we're on one growth. Smuggler draws us Sandpack Memorial, Mystic draws us plating. We can then go plating, which we draw from Mystic, Sandpack Memorial, which we draw from Hired Smuggler. We can just keep going off like that. Pretty often as well. We're doubling our chances of that happening. Well, more than doubling, in fact. So that sounds like a good idea. Must be. What else have we got? I want something that's resilient. What's our best energy scroll? Probably Forge. We're going to be having quite a few spare resources. I'm going to be stuck on 2 or 3, I guess. If we do go off with Grave Gruul, we'll be left with like 1 or 2 scrolls in our hand if we're lucky. So something, having quite a few scrolls that cost 2 or 3 will help, and Forge is fantastic. We may lose out on drawing Sandpack Memorial each turn, but I don't think that matters too much because we're going to have Automated Forge, and it allows us to put our spare resources into that, so that's a good idea. What else can we be doing? Creatures. Oh, there was one in growth, wasn't there? No AD, where are you? More free resources, so we can go Grave Gruul, no AD. Suddenly we've got 3 wild, 2 decay to spend. So we can actually put in something that costs 5 decay. Let's see what costs 5 decay. Cost 5. Oblivion Seeker and Life Stealer. Is it worth trying to splash Oblivion Seeker in the deck? Is that too greedy? I think it probably is. It's a fun idea though. It's amazing what all these free resources allow us to do. I think we'll give up on that plan. We don't want to go that far. Anyway, 4 non-energy scrolls. Energy. As everyone knows, one of the best energy scrolls is Burn, so that's definitely in. 3 damage for a unit and draw 1 scroll if it dies. That sounds like a good plan. What else? How's our curve looking? We just want energy scrolls if we can, please. 9 2-drops, which are plating, Grave Gruul and Hired Smuggler. 6 3-drops, Forge and Power Trip. So not really drops as such. Plating or Power Trip I wouldn't really consider a drop, if you know what I mean. It'll be things like Hired Smuggler, really, and Forge. But what else? What will give us impact on the board? We could actually go... Can we go 10 resources turn 2? Is that possible? Let's say we go second, we'd be on 6 cards. Probably is the way of going turn 2 Solemn Giant. Might be a bit too much to ask for there. I don't know, we'll come back to that idea. Thunder Surge and Violent Dispersal, Energy Bombs, we'll go for a couple of Thunder Surges and 3 Violent Dispersals, that's the usual removal package. And that leaves us with 6 bases, which isn't a lot. So we're going to want to finish off with creatures. We've got no turn 4 play apart from Burn, so I think we're going to need a 4-drop. Non-structure. We're not going to be running Bombard in this deck, I don't think. There's no space whatsoever for it. So, range units we're not bothered about as a theme. So what are our 4-drop options? Tempest Reaver, Snargle, or Lockling Brood. Lockling Brood is either overpowered or rubbish. I'm yet to decide. 4/1/4 for 4 is amazing, but it dies to anything that targets it. Spell or enchantment, rather. We're going to be wanting to play things... We're wanting to play plating on our stuff. Ekamaton's also an option. Ekamaton lets us ramp in energy, which is a good plan if our opponent plays a spell. We've got no way of buffing its attack with Scout Automatons or Machine Priests in this deck, but it's not a bad plan. Echomatons could also get big, and also now if they try and remove it with a spell, its effect will go off first before it dies, so it will get the ramp. But is it a bit too weak to start off with? Is Brood stronger? I am not sure. Stargall is also a 5/4, but when you play a spell, countdown is increased by 1. We've got a lot of spells. Do we have a lot of spells? 14. Right, Dispersal, Thunder Surge, Power Trip, Grave Gruul, Burn. I think Snargle's out the question. But we have got this hole at cost 4, so we definitely need a 4-drop. Echomaton or Lockling Brood. We could go with Lockling Brood and replace Ironclad Reaver with Elder. That's always an option. But I think because we are going for quite a top-heavy curve here, we're going to go with Echomaton just for the extra ramp. If it works, fantastic. Then we've got 3 scrolls remaining. What can we fill in there? What are we missing? More removal, could be more sparks. 21 creatures. Tough choice. Do we need sparks in this deck to deal with cheap little pests? I'm a fan of spark, but do we need it? Fury. Do we want to be setting all our stuff off, make them attack? Might be an option. Tough choice. Maybe going with another Gravelock and then getting Elder and Thing in, because then if we go Gravelock Outcast, we can then use the growth as well, which we're probably going to have to go with plating to regenerate it. So I think actually we're going to go with Gravelock Outcast, Elder and Lockling Brood. That is the plan, that is the deck. Oh heck, why have we got so many? Oh, I got on. So this is how the first draft's going to be looking like. We're going to call this deck Turn 2 Thea. So let's go over the deck. We've got 3 Grave Gruul, 3 Hired Smuggler, 3 Plating, 3 Automator Forge, 3 Gravelock Outcast, 3 Power Chip, 3 Burn, 3 Lockling Brood, 3 Gravelock Elder, 2 Thunder Surge, 3 Violent Dispersal, 3 Iron Ogre, 3 Top Reaver Thea, 3 Earthborn Mystic, 3 No AD, 3 Sampat Memorial and 3 Energy Siphon. I realise now I'm pronouncing No AD so many different ways in this video. So first draft, it's never perfect, it's never right, you're always going to make so many adjustments, but that's what testing's for. You test your deck and then you make adjustments from there. When I make a deck, I always like to test it against the hard AI first in a few games. People say you learn nothing from hard AI, they're crap, but it's just a quick game for me to get a feel of a deck so I can quickly work out what's wrong, because there's no point in me going into ranked or playing it people just so I can make adjustments when the whole deck is maybe just not going to work. So quick test against the hard AI, that's what we're going to be doing now, and hopefully we can get that turn 2 play that we're after and get Thea out. Okay then, hard AI, bring it on. Forge, Plating, Violent Dispersal, Forge, Violent Dispersal. This is a really good energy hand. Is it? No. Oh my goodness. We have 3 parts of a combo. We just need to draw a threat. So, Earthborn Mystic, go. Creature, go. Come on, Thea. Ah, you little sod. Okay, so we're going to go Hired Smuggler. Oh, that would have been the dream. We can take out the Veta and we can get a Thea out turn 2. That would have been amazing. No matter. Plating has to go. We've got an Igo, we've got a Thea. Good. So we go off now, I assume. Turn 3. Energy Siphon for Veta. Sampat Memorial. Top Reaver Thea. There you go. Turn 3 Thea. Eat it, AI. And your growth, so you can do nothing about it. You're stuffed. So this is where High Smuggler is going to come in useful. We're going to be drawing enchantments, structures rather. Sack resources. We can draw a structure. Hopefully it's a forge. It is. Turn 5 in fact. We're going to be burning the breaker here. The temporary resources we're going to be getting from Thea as well is really going to help us stabilise. So we're gaining 2 energy from this, so we'll be able to play a more expensive stuff. We can go Iron Ogre off it, if we so desire. I'd like to be able to take out that, if I can. Let's see what we can draw. Go away, Energy Siphon. I've got Brood, Power Trip, Forge. Don't want to take a hit from that. We can do little about it. He can summon a wolf, come down here, do damage here. So I think we're going to have to go... I'm just going to go Forge and Pump. This way Thea traps the breaker. We're sort of using the Forge as a wall, but sod it. We take out an idol as well. Veteran. Ooh, if I hadn't made this play, you could have taken out Thea if it was a smart AI. Let's see what we can do. Round 7, we've got a Gravelock Outcast, no Elder. Forge is probably better. We're going to sack it for scrolls. We've got another Grave Gruul. Grave Gruul. I can't play 2 Theas, which is annoying. I could actually play Thea this turn. Grave Gruul, no AD, Power Trip, Thea. Gaining temporary resources here. I think we'll just take out a Vengeful Vator because it can take out this Forge. Gaining temporary resources. Fantastic. It's got a lot of threats on board, so it would be nice if we can get another threat of our own on the board to be able to take them all out. To help at least. Probably going to stop pinging idols now and start using High Smuggler to take them out. Burn, fantastic draw. Right, Thea we don't need. Earthfall Mystic. Let's plan my attack here. So, Grave Gruul brings me down to 4 energy, up and 3 growth, 2 decay. We've got nothing to spend on decay. So we'll be on 4 energy, 3 growth. 4 energy, so let's just play Burn. We can also then play Mystic, which gets us plating. No AD, play, Earthball Mystic's probably a good play. So I think we'll be doing that. Also we've got Power Trip. Vine Dispersal? Nah, it's nothing to VD. So we're going to go Grave Gruul into Burn on the breaker here. We'll take out the Vengeful Vator. And then we're going to go no AD. I could go Power Ship into another Burn actually, instead of getting Mystic out. I don't want to lose the Forge, so I think we'll do that actually. Could use Violent Dispersal. We'll use Burn. You draw a Gravelock Outcast. Here end of the turn, I guess. So what do we do about turn? We went Grave Gruul, Burn, no AD, Power Chip, Burn. I've had worse turns. And we're currently still on 4 energy. It'd be nice to get Mystic out though. If I draw Plating, I'll probably go Earthball Mystic. There's Iron Ogre. Suddenly can't play it until next turn. Surge and Elder. I think I'm just going to get Lockling Brood out this turn. And we'll take out the Wolf. It's close to winning actually. Bear. Got Order. Oh God, what decks has he been looking at? That's not what I'm minded. I don't know. Up to 6 energy. What can we do on 6 energy? We can Thunder Surge. Or we can Iron Ogre. Thunder Surge doesn't really do much. I think we'll go with this plan. This way, High Smuggler hits an idol. And I get an Iron Ogre out, which has got 8 attack. So that's pretty good. Draw Forge as well, that's nice. And goes Brave. So what can we do here? We've got Thea attacking, we've got Locked-in Brood attacking. There's Power Trip. So we can get up to 9 resources. Thunder Surge Forge. Don't think I want to do that. I think we'll just get rid of the Forge here. Another Thea and another Brood. Can't Thunder Surge now, but I can Power Trip. If I don't need to do it, I can just use this, can't I? Thea down here. 7, 3, 1. So we don't take out this, which is annoying. It'd be nice to get Iron Ogre on the front. So we take out everything there. That's good, and we'll play Graveblock Elder as our bomb for this turn. Would have been very nice to get Thea actually to be able to hit an idol. Earthborn Mystic plating on Thea would buff it up. Outcast. Can I just win? Almost. I think I'm just going to have the Thunder Surge up here. I will take these out here. Like that. Sandpack Memorial. Just need plating. I think this is where Earthborn Mystic and plating combo is really going to help me when I can get that going. So maybe I need to prioritise that more. That's the thing. He's not going to be able to stop me this turn, that's for sure. Let's see if I can go off anymore. Power Trip, Power Trip. What else do we draw? Graveblock Elder. I was hoping for more. I suppose Elder from Violent Dispersal is a turn. There we are then. Move down, Jupiter Sausage. There you go. So that's turn 2 Thea. We achieved it turn 3. And other things. So the deck has potential. We're going to be working on it. We're going to learn things from this. In fact, I'm going to leave this open to you. What do you think worked well? What would you change about the deck? Make suggestions. Let's build this together. Let's get our minds working as one. And by one, I mean 2. And by 2, I don't know what I'm meaning. Anyway, we're doing more of these as well. This week we'll be concentrating on this deck. Next week we'll move on to another one. However it works, I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.